A man voluntarily swam 1 kilometer in water that kills most people in 60 seconds, and the secret to his survival has nothing to do with physical strength. July 15, 2007, the Arctic Circle. Gordon Pugh stood at the edge of a Russian icebreaker, wearing nothing but a Speedo, staring into pitch-black water measuring -1.7 degrees Celsius. Scientists said what he was about to attempt was impossible, that he would die. And honestly, he believed them. You know that feeling, don't you? When you're standing at the edge of something big, a pitch, a presentation, a career-defining moment, and fear grips you so hard you can barely breathe. You know you're capable of more. You've got the talent. You've put in the work. But fear, the failing, of being judged, of not being enough, keeps you playing small, keeps you performing below your potential. Here's the truth. The difference between those who crack under pressure and those who become legends isn't talent. It isn't luck. It isn't even mental toughness. By the end of this video, you're going to learn the exact three-pillar system that Olympic athletes, Navy SEALs, and elite performers use to transform crippling fear into unstoppable confidence. And you're going to walk away with a practical playbook to dominate your biggest challenges. This is the system from Jim Murphy's Inner Excellence, and it starts with understanding what happened to Lewis Pugh in the 2 days before that impossible swim. 2 days before his North Pole attempt, Pugh did a test swim. It was a disaster. He didn't even make it a third of the distance before the pain became unbearable. The cells in his hands burst from the cold. His team watched in horror. The next day, he tried again, failed again. Now he's depressed, filled with doubt. 29 crew members, worldwide press, millions of dollars invested, and he can't even finish the practice run. The fear wasn't just about failure anymore. It was about death, real death. Explorer Sir Ronald Fiennes lost most of his fingers after just 3 minutes in water like this. Pugh had every reason to quit, every logical reason. But then something clicked. His performance coach, David Becker, pulled him aside and said, "Your team consists of 29 people from 10 nations. I'm going to place one of their flags at every 100-meter mark. When you stand at the start, don't think about the kilometer. Just think about the Norwegians on your team. Swim to their flag. Then forget them and swim for the Swedes. Break that beast down. Swim for your team." And then Becker reminded him why he was really there. Not for the record, not for the glory. For the dying coral reefs he'd seen up close. For a planet being destroyed by global warming, for something bigger than himself. When Pugh stepped onto the ice that day, fear didn't disappear, but something transformed. He wasn't swimming for himself anymore. He was swimming for his team, for a cause that mattered more than his comfort, more than his safety, more than his life. He stayed completely present, one flag at a time, not thinking about the cold, the pain, or death. 18 minutes and 50 seconds later, he completed what scientists said was impossible. What happened? This is what Jim Murphy calls the 3 Pillars of Fearlessness, and it's based on a simple truth. Fear is self-focused. Courage is purpose-focused. Here's your 3-step playbook to apply this system today. Pillar 1. Love. Connect to something beyond yourself. Fear asks, what's going to happen to me? Love asks, who am I doing this for? Pugh's shift was simple but profound. He stopped swimming for himself and started swimming for his team, for each person who sacrificed to be there, for the planet. Your action step. Before your next high-pressure moment, write down 3 people or causes you're serving. Not yourself, not your ego. Who benefits if you succeed? Your team? Your family? Your clients? When the pressure hits, you think about them, not you. Pillar 2. Wisdom. Find a purpose bigger than your goals. Wisdom expands your vision beyond the outcome you're chasing.
Pugh wasn't just trying to set a world record, he was bringing global attention to climate change. The swim was a means to an end that mattered. Goals are external. You can't fully control them. Purpose is internal. It's the reason behind the goal. Your action step. Ask yourself, why does this goal matter beyond me winning? What larger impact does your success create? What problem does it solve? Who does it help? Write it down. Make it vivid. Make it compelling enough that you'd be willing to face your fears for it. Pillar 3. Courage. Stay fully present, one step at a time. Here's where most people fail. They think about the whole mountain, the entire presentation, the entire year of goals, and they freeze. Pugh's coach was brilliant. He didn't tell him to swim a kilometer in freezing water. He told him to swim to the Norwegian flag, then the Swedish flag, 100 meters at a time. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the ability to stay present despite the fear. Your action step. Break your biggest challenge into the smallest possible next step. Not the whole project, just the next flag. Before the big meeting, focus on your opening line, not the whole pitch. Before the competition, focus on your first move, not the entire match. When fear tries to pull you into the future, into all the things that could go wrong, you anchor yourself to the present moment. One flag, then the next.
Here's what this means for you right now. You've been trying to overcome fear with willpower, with positive thinking, with just be confident advice. But fear doesn't work that way. The 3 pillars of fearlessness reveal that the antidote to fear isn't strength, it's purpose. When you connect to something beyond yourself, find a mission bigger than your goals, and stay ruthlessly present in the moment, fear doesn't disappear. It transforms into fuel. The most important takeaway? You don't need to eliminate fear to perform at your best. You need to shift your focus from yourself to your purpose. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, identify one high-pressure situation you're facing in the next week. It could be a presentation, a difficult conversation, a performance, or a decision. Then answer these 3 questions in the comments. Who are you doing this for? Pillar 1, love. What impact does success create beyond you? Pillar 2, wisdom. What's the smallest next step you can take? Pillar 3, courage. When you write it down publicly, you activate something powerful. You're no longer alone in the water. Remember, Lewis Pugh didn't conquer the Arctic by being fearless. He conquered it by focusing on his team, his purpose, and the next flag. You've got your own impossible swim ahead of you. Time to take the plunge. I'll see you in the next one.